Hello and welcome to vlog number 21. It's a really special week on the allotment for us this week because we are celebrating having the allotment for a whole 10 years. So it's the allotment 10th birthday. So we're celebrated with some traditional sausage butties cooked by my youngest daughter, and we put up some bunting and had a lovely family time. It was really nice.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear allotment. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip.
Come on, blow the candles out, Mama.
It was really lovely to celebrate so many wonderful memories here. We even had a cake and candles because it feels like a huge part of our lives, particularly my life, I suppose. And the children have grown up here. You know, Isaac, who's in this shot here, he was literally 2 weeks old when we took on the allotment. All my children at that point were 6 and under. And life has changed so much in those 10 years for us as a family. And the allotment's changed so much over that time as well. It's got bigger. We've extended into this area here where the children's beds are. They've learnt so much. I've learnt so much. We've gone from having mud kitchens and digging holes everywhere and then digging up everything that I planted to actually growing vegetables sometimes now. And it's just lovely. And it's such a blessing to have it as part of our lives. It's been a place of such joy for peace and laughter and just, I can't say enough good things about it. If you've got the opportunity to have an allotment, do take it. It's so worthwhile and it will bring you so much pleasure. And I'm so grateful that we've had this space for all this time, and hopefully we'll have it for a lot more years to come. One job that never ends when you have an allotment is weeding, and we are still pulling up those tree saplings. Unfortunately, they are starting to get their second lot of leaves now and are really putting up some roots, so we really want to get them out. But there's lots of lovely things on the allotment at the moment. The blossom is coming, there's loads of seedlings. I think I might have gone slightly mad on the brassicas. I've got a lot of those. But yeah, it's lovely to have all of these coming up now, and I want to get some more sown as these ones move into the polytunnel and even to outside over the next few weeks. Now that the nights are starting to warm up a little bit, I can start thinking about getting my tomatoes into the polytunnel. They're only very small plants still, but they'll really take off as soon as they get the chance to get into some better soil and to spread the roots out. So I'm clearing out some space here from the crazy mint in the polytunnel, and I'm going to grow most of my tomatoes this year in some grow bags that have been sent from Rocket Grow. I'm going to lay them down on top of the soil here. I'll probably put some slits underneath just for drainage, and then each grow bag is going to house 4 tomatoes. So I'm not planting those today. I'll probably plant those in maybe next week or the week after. And yeah, fingers crossed they'll grow really well. I usually grow my tomatoes up strings rather than canes because I find that it just saves me worrying about piercing the polytunnel, and they're really happy growing up the strings. So I'll show you how I do those when I come to plant them. But for now, I'm just getting this space ready, and we'll enjoy this mint. It's the coronation weekend coming up, so this will be wonderful in lots of pims, I think. Something that I am planting out into the polytunnel today is my first little courgette plant. My courgettes won't be able to go outside until the beginning of June because we have a really late last frost right at the end of May. Well, that's our last frost date. We may not get frost then, but we might. So there's no point in chancing it until you're sure you're not going to get a frost, because these are really tender plants. So I like to get a courgette planted a few weeks earlier into the polytunnel. So I'm using these pipes. They're kind of like sewage pipes or water drainage pipes that I've acquired from a building site a long time ago. And I've got manure down at the bottom, then some old compost topped up with new compost, and I'm making a little sort of volcano at the top where I'm planting my courgette plant into. And this is just so that when I water, the water will go around and drop into the roots rather than the courgette sit in the water. They don't really like that, and hopefully it will mean that it doesn't dampen off or succumb to any problems. Some of my outdoor sowings are starting to come on, and these radish are looking really good. They're a bit thickly sown in some areas, but that's fine, I'll just pull them out. And the ochre is coming up really well, but bit of an issue. There are also some potatoes growing in this same patch. These must have been ones that I left in there and didn't realise from last year. So I haven't quite decided what to do about that yet. And then the spinach that I sowed hasn't shown up at all, so I'm just going to pull up these treed saplings, which, surprise, surprise, are everywhere, and I'm going to sow something else in here. If you remember in one of my previous videos, I sowed my parsnips, and those haven't appeared yet, which I'm not surprised about, but the radish have. So I sowed the radish and the parsnips at the same time, and this is to get 2 crops from the one area, but also because the radish germinate much quicker than the parsnips, and therefore you can tell where you've sown the parsnips, and you don't sow anything else in the same place. And that's about it from the allotment this week. But we have been on a beautiful Pennine walk. We're very lucky to live where we live, so I thought I would just take you on it with us.